Welcome back to AI for Cybersecurity, Episode 2, the first hands-on. 22 minutes from now, you'll have a tool that drives sqlmap across a batch of WebGoat lessons, compresses the noisy output, and asks Claude to summarize the findings, all in one command. Lab targets only. Always. Let's go. The reminder every hands-on episode in this series opens with lab targets only, always. WebGoat, Juice Shop, DVWA, your own VMs. Running these techniques against systems you don't own or don't have written authorization to test is illegal in most jurisdictions. We don't provide legal advice. Lab targets only. Imagine you're 3 days into a web app pen test. Yesterday's recon turned up 17 candidate URLs, login flows, search endpoints, the password reset form, a handful of admin paths. Today you point sqlmap at each. By lunch, you have 6,000 lines of sqlmap output across 17 sessions. And the question your engagement lead is going to ask you is, which of those 17 endpoints can an attacker actually use to read the database? sqlmap is the canonical tool. It works. The problem isn't the tool. The problem is the output. By the end of this episode, you'll have a CLI that takes a plain text file of target URLs, runs sqlmap against each, concatenates the outputs, and asks Claude, once, to produce a structured report. Confirmed vulnerabilities, extracted schemas, per-target findings, a plain English verdict you could hand to your engagement lead. The whole flow is one command. The headline run, against 6 WebGoat lessons, produces about 1.76 million characters of sqlmap output. Claude turns that into a 16-line report and one verdict sentence. That contrast, the wall to the verdict, is the entire pitch of this tutorial. 4 modules deliberately separated, each does one thing. Targets.py parses the file, sqlmaprunner.py wraps the sqlmap subprocess, analyst.py handles the Claude call and the compression step before it, which we'll come back to. Cali.py is the conductor. Why this separation matters: when sqlmap's output format changes in the next release, and it will, the brittle layer is Claude's read of it, not your parser. Claude doesn't care about whitespace, version banners, or which lines were added between point releases. As long as the human-readable structure stays roughly the same, your pipeline keeps working. Look at where the work actually happens. There are 2 distinct kinds of processing in this pipeline. Stage 1, deterministic preprocessing. Parsing the targets file, running sqlmap, concatenating outputs, and compressing the log. All of it is plain Python doing plain things. Local, free, reproducible, testable. Stage 2, exactly 1 call to Claude with the compressed log. 1 network round trip, 1 charge on your Anthropic bill. 1 place non-determinism enters the pipeline. That split isn't accidental. The general rule for any AI in the loop tool: do as much deterministic preprocessing as you can locally, then hand the curated result to the LLM. Cost, rate limits, latency, quality, all 4 arguments point the same way. Before we wire it up, quick detour. What does sqlmap actually do? Given a URL and a parameter, it runs a 5-stage automated probe. 1. Baseline. Send the request, record the response. Everything afterwards is compared against this snapshot. 2. Dynamicity test. Does the parameter reach the backend at all? Static parameters get skipped. 3. Heuristic. Inject a single quote, see if anything breaks. If the server returns a 500 or an error mentioning SQL keywords, the parameter is possibly injectable. 4. Confirmation. sqlmap fires actual payloads in 5 technique families: Boolean-based blind, error-based, time-based blind, union query, stacked queries. 5. Exploitation. Once any technique confirms, sqlmap fingerprints the DBMS, enumerates schema, dumps data. A decade of pentester craft compiled into 1 binary. The weakness is the output. Every payload tried gets logged. The signal, userid is injectable via union query, is buried in 400 lines of process narration. That's the gap Claude fills. The input to the pipeline is 1 plain text file. 6 lines for our demo set. URL, data per line. 5 WebGoat SQL injection lessons spanning numeric and string injection, plus 1 negative control endpoint with no parameters. The format is deliberately simple: no YAML, no JSON. Each line is something you can paste from your browser's DevTools curl capture in 15 seconds. The cookie is not per line. Every WebGoat lesson shares 1 JSession ID, so cookies 1 CLI flag. The whole format is 1 regex and 40 lines of pure Python in targets.py. You might reasonably ask, why are we handpicking 6 endpoints instead of pointing a crawler at WebGoat? 3 reasons. 1. Real pen tests are scoped by contract. You don't crawl a client's site indiscriminately. You stage a hit list from prior reconnaissance, burp, spider, manual mapping, OSINT, then you exploit. The curated targets file isn't a tutorial shortcut. It's the deliverable of the discovery phase that this episode takes as given. 2. Pedagogical legibility. 6 handpicked targets producing 6 discrete outcomes let you see the analyst's discrimination at work. 20 random forms from a crawler would muddy the demo. 3. Runtime. Even where sqlmap's own crawl works, it retests every form with the full payload set. 6 targets curated minutes. A crawl, an hour. Discovery and exploitation are separate concerns. T9 in this series uses burp spider for discovery. T2 picks up after. Before any live API call costs money, you have 3 modes to verify the pipeline incrementally. Mock, no network, no sqlmap, no cookie. Pure Python fixtures show you the pipeline shape and the report rendering. Free. Dry run, dry run. Real sqlmap fires against real WebGoat, but the analyst step is skipped. Proves your cookie is fresh and sqlmap is reachable. Also free. Live, no flag. The real thing. sqlmap runs, Claude reads, report comes back. About a cent or 2 per run. Run them in this order on your first install. Each one rules out a different failure mode. Quick setup walkthrough. Every viewer hits this once. Docker for WebGoat. We run it in a container so you don't have to wrestle with Java versions. Pull the image, start it, open port 8080 in your browser, register a learner account. sqlmap next. From apt, not from pip. Ubuntu 24.04 blocks system-wide pip installs, and putting sqlmap inside the venv breaks the subprocess wrapper anyway. Then the tutorial code. Clone or pull into /AI for Cybersecurity Fundamentals /tutorial02. Python virtual environment. Pip install E. Editable install, 3 small dependencies, 10 seconds. Anthropic API key, paste into denv. And one last thing you'll need every time you run this, the WebGoat session cookie. F12 in the browser opens DevTools. Storage tab, cookies. Localhost on port 8080. Find the row called JSessionID. Copy that long alphanumeric value. That's the cookie. It goes on the command line per run, not in .env. Why per run? Because it expires every time WebGoat restarts. Every Docker stop, Docker start, every host reboot. Storing it durably as a footgun works most of the time, mysteriously fails after a reboot. So you grab it fresh each session. Done. Pipeline ready. The blog post linked below has every step in detail if anything here flew past too fast. So before any API call costs anything, let's verify each piece. Mock mode first. No network, no sqlmap, no cookie. The pipeline runs in well under a second. 3 files appear on disk. sqlmap.log, sqlmap.compress.log, report.json. That's the shape. Wiring works. Now dry run. Real sqlmap fires against WebGoat. 6 targets takes a few minutes. No Claude call. What you see here is sqlmap doing its job, testing each parameter, narrating every technique, rejecting some, confirming others. Notice the volume already, and we haven't even turned on thorough yet. This is the slide that explains why the whole pipeline exists. Look at the size progression. Top bar, sqlmap.log. The raw output across 6 targets at engagement grade settings. 1.76 million characters. That's roughly 3 novels of text, 265,000 tokens over the model's 200,000 context window all by itself. Without compression, no LLM call is even possible. Second bar, sqlmap.compressed.log. After deterministic preprocessing strips the journey, the debug lines, the per-attempt payload chatter, the technique testing narration, you're at 24,500 characters. 72 times smaller, 98.6% stripped. Third bar, report.json, the structured analyst output, 2,800 characters of machine-readable findings, another 9 times smaller. Bottom bar, the verdict line, one sentence, 140 characters, 20 times smaller again. Here's the bit worth pausing on, though. The compressed log is still big by a human's standards. 24,000 characters is roughly 8 printed pages. A human triaging it for 6 interleaved findings would spend 15 to 20 minutes. The compression step alone doesn't solve the problem. It just makes the problem fit in the AI's mouth. The AI step is what turns still big into 16 lines you can act on. Neither stage is sufficient alone. This is what 1.76 million characters looks like. Banner art, legal disclaimer, pages of debug and payload lines. The actual finding, user id is injectable via union query, is in there somewhere, on line 2,300 or so. You couldn't read this if you wanted to. Don't read it, feel it. That's the problem this whole pipeline exists to solve. Stage 1 of the pipeline does the first cut. The compression function in analyst.py runs locally between the sqlmap step and the Claude call. It has one discipline: keep the destinations, drop the journey, dropped internal sqlmap state, timestamps, the per attempt payload lines, hundreds per target, most for techniques that didn't land. The info testing X lines narrating which techniques sqlmap's currently trying. Banner art, legal disclaimer, kept verbatim. Every critical. The parameter X, type, title, payload, conclusion blocks, which already contain the successful payload. The schema dumps, the decision line info entries containing the word injectable. Net result, 98.6% of the file evaporates, 1.76 million chars down to 24,500. Nothing analytically interesting goes with it. The full uncompressed log still lives on disk for the audit trail. Compression only changes what the LLM sees. Now the real thing. One command. Thorough, engagement grade settings. First few minutes, sqlmap fires against each target. We're not reading this, we're letting the tool do its job. 6 targets done, about a minute and a half real time in the recording, 12 minutes wall time on the actual run. 1.76 million characters of sqlmap output now on disk. Then watch this line. Compressed sqlmap log for prompt 1.76 million characters to 24,500, 98.6% noise stripped. That's the entire first stage of the pipeline doing its work locally. Stage 2 starts now, 1 network call, 3 seconds. And here's what comes back. 16 lines, 2 of 6 confirmed. The verdict, critical, 4/6 injectable. Wait, 2/6 on this run, actually. Settings matter, we'll talk about that in a sec. The summary names the asymmetric finding. Every line of this came from what sqlmap concluded. Claude read the wall, told you what it means. That's the entire pitch of the tutorial in 75 seconds. Quick look at what the analyst actually wrote into report.json. 2 confirmed targets. Target 5B, user id is injectable. 2 techniques landed, time-based blind and union query at 7 columns. HSQLDB fingerprinted as version 2.0 or newer. But notice, the tables field is empty. sqlmap got the injection point, knew the database, couldn't auto-enumerate the schema in this run. Target attack 10, action string is injectable. Boolean-based blind and union at 3 columns. The DBMS didn't fingerprint at all this time. Tables empty again. That asymmetric column count, 7 versus 3, is diagnostic. The 2 endpoints underlying select statements return different numbers of columns. An attacker would craft union-based exfiltration payloads tailored to each. And empty tables isn't failure. Its sqlmap couldn't auto-dump at default settings. The injection point is real. Bumping, level 5, risk was 3, or crafting payloads manually surfaces schema. Claude's verdict line says exactly this. Deliberately vulnerable target exploitable, but production equivalent database fingerprinting issues may complicate practical attack development. Honest, useful, not overclaimed. After every live run, 3 files land: sqlmap.log, the full uncompressed audit trail; engagement evidence. When a finding gets challenged 6 weeks later, this is the file you point at: sqlmap.compress.log, what the LLM actually saw. Useful for diff against the raw if you want to inspect exactly what got stripped. Report.json, the structured analyst report, machine-readable, downstream pipeline-ready. T7 in this series, the CVE triage agent, consumes reports like this one as input directly. 3 files, 1 per stage transition. The size progression is the architecture on disk. One thing worth saying clearly before we close. On a typical thorough live run, expect 2 of 6 confirmations. That's the realistic number. The mock fixture shows 4 of 6 in the full CIA triad money shot. That's aspirational. What's possible at maximum sqlmap settings on a well-tuned scan? Your real outcome will vary. 3 knobs control finding count: sqlmap thoroughness, compression aggressiveness, model choice. Each is a trade-off. Bump level and risk higher and you'll confirm more, but the run takes 30 minutes instead of 10. Drop to sonnet from haiku, and ambiguous evidence gets interpreted better, but the bill triples. Real pen tests are iterative: first pass quick, second pass deeper on the targets that resisted. Manual verification on what confirmed. AI assists at every iteration. It doesn't replace the iteration itself. One more line, same as T1's close, and the close of every hands-on episode in this series. AI assists, humans decide. sqlmap found the bugs. Claude read the output and told you what it means. The decision to escalate, the verification, the legal scope of the engagement, yours. The shape of responsible AI use in security work is exactly this: AI assists, humans decide. That sentence is the spine of the series. Next episode, Tutorial 3, we apply the same pattern to subdomain enumeration. Same architecture, same pydantic-shaped output, different tool. If you enjoyed turning sqlmap's wall into a paragraph, you'll like turning Subfinder's word list hits plus Claude's domain guessing into a ranked recon report. Subscribe if you want it in your feed. Code for this episode is in the repo linked below. See you in T3. AI for your work. Build more, hire less.